Is it focusing on me as well?
Yeah.
Both? Hey everyone, this is Andre with the Wings Mobile Detailing Podcast. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube, we're here recording the first podcast in the Wings Mobile Detailing headquarters. And this is where normally if you're franchising with Wings Mobile Detailing, you go through an entire process, see the site, see the headquarters, come here, visit us. But especially you're gonna go through training, technical training, and the field training with John. Funny thing is that John started off, we were promoted actually, right?
Yeah.
To taking phone calls, work in the office, as
Yeah.
opposed to detailing cars.
Yeah, but before I also was doing the detailing
Yeah.
as well before I went to the calling part of it.
For the calling.
Yeah.
But you decided to go back
Yes.
and detail car again.
Yeah.
You prefer that, the environment.
I do.
And not that
yeah.
you're not a car enthusiast, to just prefer that to being outdoors.
That's right.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so from doing the calls, I was definitely getting used to it, and I wanted to go back to detailing and just
Yeah.
go outside as well and work on cars, because work cars is fun and you take your time to make sure everything's all good.
And you're out there too, aren't you? Like you're like
Yeah.
out there in the cold, or I mean now we're winter right now.
Yeah,
so.
dude, I'm becoming immune to the cold and the heat.
Yeah, right.
So it's so it's kind of a good change for me, because I kind of like to mix it up. But
what does it consist of? Because there may be people who are getting into the actual business of detailing, right? The technical part. What does it consist of? Let's say somebody's gonna start a Wings Mobile Detailing, right? And they want to get training and to do the actual job.
Definitely. So the first things to know is the basics of the process of detailing. Just the standard stuff, mainly the vacuuming, the hard surfaces, and exterior washing. The standard process of that.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely would go over that to really get that standard base stuff before moving on to the polishing,
which is more tricky.
And stuff like that. But definitely.
And it's funny because you said we still go over the basics like vacuum.
Yeah.
And anybody can think, oh, vacuuming, who doesn't know how to do that?
That's true, but
there are tricks to it, right?
But there's tricks to it, yeah. And hard surfaces, because you're always going to improve in those stuff, even the basic stuff. Because once you master the basic stuff, then you're good to go. The
vacuum, it's not simple, but it's tips that it can actually expedite the detailing process.
Yeah, because like in the past, we did train a lot of people, and some people do have trouble with vacuuming, truthfully. And then you show them that you also get this spot that's hard to reach, and you get that, and then they're improving it, and then they'll get it all good.
Yeah, and it's a must to go through that training.
Yeah.
Besides, we have a limited time that we can perform on each vehicle.
That's true. Yeah.
So the first week, let's say on hands-on training, right?
Yes.
You start off showing, hey, this is how you vacuum, and let them do it. Is that how you do it, or?
Yeah, because there's definitely different people learn different ways.
Yeah.
I tend to let them know the process and then let them get hands-on with the steps, because when you do it hands-on, you learn quick.
That's the only
in my
way.
opinion.
I think everybody's like that, man.
Definitely.
Everybody's like, it's different than watching.
You gotta do it.
The videos helps.
Yeah.
But the hands-on training is what's gonna open up your mind.
Yeah, because they're like, okay, they see this, like they're doing it themselves, like hard surfaces. When you hit all the hard pieces in the vehicle, sometimes you miss stuff and you show it, and they'll just do it.
Even processes as like, what are you starting, interior or exterior?
Yeah.
Or when you get to the client's house, what do you do, right? Do you even the greeting them by name is part of the training?
It's good
right?
to do that. Yeah.
From having the power plug connect the generator, starting the equipment.
Yeah, because there's many ways of doing a vehicle. Like you said, you can start on the outside first, or you can do the inside. It's mostly finding a way to be the most efficient and finishing the process right. But we'll definitely, like the way we do it, we'll teach them on the inside first.
Definitely.
Get that done.
And then the exterior, and then let's say the second week, I guess is when we're focused more on, I mean, that's us. I guess it's more personal to Wings. but on the pricing, make sure they are handling calling the clients when they're on the way.
That's right. Yeah, it's good to let clients know that trick. You know, when you're running late as well, to show the trainee that it's good to let the client know. Yeah, like stuff like that. That's right.
Yeah, for the second appointment.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then, all right, so we're the second week in, right?
Yeah.
And there's the guideline. That's what's interesting.
Dude, they're gonna be pro at the first week. No worries.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we do with the training, right?
Yeah,
we try to do it all in 1 week. But if we're gonna separate by weeks.
Yeah.
But you're right. You brought a point up. In a matter of 1 week, that's what all the training is gonna consist of.
Yeah, definitely.
So first few days of that week, it's more on the technical part, which you can knock it out.
Yeah.
And then having them drive the van, right? That's a simple thing.
Definitely. Yeah.
That will actually teach them how to use the app, the scheduling app, right?
Yeah. But definitely, if we ever need to extend like a second week, we do go over like the deep stuff. Just go over other tricks as well, tips and tricks that can improve the other stuff that we went over the first week. But it's just by then they're really good to go.
Yeah. What you're showing them, because these people maybe in the future become trainers, right?
Yeah.
And it's different to do detail by yourself than actually do detail with somebody else.
Yeah.
So let's say how we separate the task, for example. All of that is covered as well.
Yeah. Like you said, when you have a partner and you don't, but once we are done training them, they're pretty good because they'll get used to it. Once they do it by themselves, they'll know and they'll see. And then when they do get a partner later on, they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Boom, they'll do the opposite of what the other person's not doing. For example, if one person's vacuuming, the other person will do the hard surfaces, and they'll alternate just during the process of it.
That's part of it as well.
Yeah.
Tell me, tell me, hands-on, when you're there, where do you start? Let's say you get the first vehicle, perhaps the person doesn't know anything about detail.
Yeah.
They just know what a vacuum cleaner is.
Yeah.
But they really don't know how to do simple stuff as vacuum. But, first thing, what's the first thing that you do? When you get there, you're the person on your driver's side, you arrive at the client's house.
Yeah, so I'll definitely go over with him real quick that I'm just gonna contact the client, let them know we're here so they can come out. And then I'll
through the app.
Yeah, and then I'll go, by then I'll show them the app, like, okay, we're about to do this service and I'll let them know service before we go do it. And then let them know that, okay, I'm gonna go greet the client.
Yeah.
Ask them if they have any concerns as well, and go over the package that we're about to go do with the trainee, like before I even do it.
Before you even start.
Before I even go out before I even call them, actually.
Before you even call the client to come out.
So I'm just letting the trainee know that's what I'm about to do. So then once I do that, he'll see that I'm greeting, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What I went over with him. So he's seeing me do that, and then then I'll let him know, okay. So
now you're there. You got the vacuum cleaner out.
Yeah.
Start off. What do? You start doing it and have him watch you behind you?
So I'll show him first. I'm like, okay, I'll let you vacuum first. I'm gonna show you real quick how do we do it real quick, and I'm gonna let you do it, all right? And then I'll, take your time, and he'll do his thing.
So it's interesting because the way it's done then is you do the vacuum right here, right? You start off, and then he's watching you for, let's say, a couple of seconds. Not watch you vacuum the entire car.
That's
right. On the first car, he's already going to get hands-on.
Hands-on, that's right, And then after,
and
when
what
he's
are
done,
you doing while he's doing that? So you just show, like, for a few seconds, here's how you vacuum.
So I'll let him know that he can take his time and just vacuum and make sure to get everything. And then I will work on hard surfaces to use the time wisely instead of just watching him do it by himself, because it's good for me to do something else too. But I'm still watching him as well, doing his thing, because after he's done, I'll go over with him if he's missing anything, and I'll show him the tricks too, like, okay, you could have done this, and then he'll know for the next time for that.
And it's interesting that while you're doing something else, so let's say he's doing the vacuum and you're doing the hard surfaces, and you're showing him that you're also going to be doing something else. That also trains him on how you're going to train somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he's seen me doing work still. Yeah.
So while you're teaching them how to vacuum, it's going to be like, oh, John is actually doing the hard surfaces now.
Yeah.
So that is good, because then when they train somebody in the future, they're gonna know.
They're gonna know. Okay.
That's how I train.
I got this.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So you train them the week. You went over the app, calling the clients.
Yes.
Which those are tiny little things. Even the job itself. Then you get to the more the base. You also have the basic, right? Which is showing them the microfiber towels.
Yes.
Washing the microfiber towels, how to do it properly.
Making sure to take care of the van.
Taking care of the van as well.
Because a clean van makes it easier for you.
Filling up the gas tank with a gas card.
Making sure your tank is ready when you're there. 'Cause some places don't have water, so you always got to make sure from that.
How to operate the generator. So those are all basics from calling the clients by name when you're arrived there.
Yeah.
Which is customer service part. Yeah.
Definitely.
And then the intricate services, the more hard ones.
The hard ones.
What are the hard services?
The hard ones. Well, they're not hard. They're more advanced, right?
Yes.
So like the ultimate detail, our biggest package that we provide, that includes everything, interior, exterior, plus the polishing and protection, sealant, the 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Mostly the polishing service are advanced when you're going hands-on with the polishing machine, because you are working on the paint, which is, you do have to be knowledgeable about paint. Because some people do think it's just a simple, quick thing, but you definitely got to put work into it if you want a really good product and service out of it.
Yeah.
And it's good to show your trainee that too. Yeah.
Cool. It's different than a car wash, right?
Definitely different than a car wash.
Yeah, it's not just you put soap on the car,
no.
rub it, and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to show all them that. Now, the last few days of that same week, or the same week throughout the process.
Yeah.
Even the driving the van as well, right? From point A to point B. Then how do you do it? You let them lead as if they're training you, or as if they're leading, calling the clients. You're just quiet in a way.
Oh yeah, from that when the time gets to that, I do let them call the clients. Let them kind of get let them have the feel that they're there alone in a way, but I'm still there, you know.
Yes.
Like they're calling the client.
You were working with them technically.
Yeah,
really there.
Yeah. It's just letting them kind of have a little bit more hands-on, so you can see kind of how they do their thing when you're kind of away from not guiding them too much.
Guiding them.
Yeah, that's like when
giving them more freedom.
Yeah, freedom to see.
Yes.
And if you see that they need improvement, then you let them know, and then they'll do the
That's
thing.
a very good point.
Yeah.
When they make when we're in the final stages of training them, right? And you have step 1 vacuum, step 2 you hard surfaces, step 3 you start washing the door jambs. And then when they're finished with one thing, it's interesting that we ask them what's the next step, right? It's not you guiding them anymore in that process.
Yeah.
So you say, hey, what do I do here now, right?
Try to let them.
And they gotta get it right.
They gotta know.
They gotta know. It's the time.
Yeah.
But guys, everything is really well listed on the guidelines, even for the employee guidelines. If somebody's part of the franchise, for example, how to train them, all these steps. John carries the trainer, carries a trainer's checklist to see all the steps that we're going through. We're just going through a very basic overlook, but it's a lot of small steps. And on each service, we got to check out to make sure the person's ready to go solo.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got to make sure. The checklist is really useful. Yeah, because it shows you everything.
And they're different. There's a checklist, and then there's the guidelines.
That's right.
Which they receive.
Yeah, and they read that over, and they can go over that.
Follow.
Yeah.
Like
and then
you also uniform.
You also give them the videos too, as well, to go over the services. So that's awesome that they can go over that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the front line of the business right there. So that part must be perfect, right?
Yeah.
That's the front line. That's everything. That's what we do.
Definitely.
Whatever's behind the scenes, it's a lot as well, but that's the front line. Getting that part right, getting your first trainers really skilled up so that they are able to train somebody. That's gonna mirror everybody else in the business. Is gonna mirror that trainer, the first person.
Yeah.
So very important.
That's awesome.
Now, one thing. What is the most odd situation that you went through with, let's say, a kid? Don't say any names, But
Like-
are fun, you're interesting. That caught your mind, like a guy
client-
that you're training. And,
Oh, a trainee?
yeah.
Oh,
I know
The
there's
first
a lot.
one that
There's
popped
I know
up.
there's a lot for that.
Yeah, but there's a lot. But the first one that popped up is, it was a while ago. It was like first day, right? And he was sleeping the whole time.
Gosh.
That's the first one. He was sleeping like as the passenger, and then he was sleeping on the job as well
Yeah.
somehow. And then when the client came out, he was actually sleeping on the kind of like,
on the van.
yeah, he was kind of out of it. You know, that's
Yeah.
that was in the past though,
Yeah.
like a long time
It
ago.
I mean, it
like
happens,
beginning-
man. It's reality.
Yeah, you know, it's,
Obviously, we don't keep the right.
Yeah.
They are not representing the business.
that's right.
But it's
That's the first thing popped up.
this thing. Yeah. What are the best candidates that you find?
The best?
Yeah, the ones that like
Ooh, the best. You know,
a good candidate. What is a good candidate for you?
yeah. So mostly, like every workplace, they always have this thing where they like it when people ask questions. And that's kind of true from experience. Like when I'm
From your own experience.
yeah, like before, I never really believed that, but until I did the thing and actually was training people, and people asked me, that's a good thing. When
Definitely.
when trainees ask questions, like a lot of
Yes.
questions, because it shows that they want to learn, and they want to
and shows that they are learning also.
and they're there where and
Yeah.
they really want to know.
And it's also interesting on that as well.
Yeah.
Because it shows a lot to us what they know and what they don't already know.
Yeah,
right?
because you do get some people that don't ask any questions.
And you don't know if they know or if they're
Yeah,
just
so I would ask
lazy.
questions to figure out they
Yeah.
know stuff. But you know, it's really awesome when someone's asking questions during the like first day.
Yeah. And if they're quiet there in the van first day, what are some questions that you may ask them?
Yeah, if they detailed before,
Yeah.
some people will let me know if they have any experience.
Uh-huh.
When we usually do it, we do find they usually do have experience, but I like to go over their past experience of other jobs too when I'm there, just to see if they
Yeah.
know other stuff and
Yeah.
try to get to know them real quick.
Yeah, to see like what they
Yeah.
what if they're gonna complain or not. Or
Yeah,
make
that's right.
excuses
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Right?
because I had some other people too when I asked them about their past, and they'll bring up some bad experience that they had.
With past managers sometimes.
Yeah, they kind of open up to me, and they
Yeah.
kind of let me know like, oh yeah, I kind of didn't like this job because this guy was
Yeah.
blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you
it tells
kind
a lot
of,
about
I
the
kind of get a
person.
feel of what they are, like how they are too,
Yeah.
by just.
That shows a lot about the person. What they actually say from their previous jobs as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that tends to repeat.
Yeah, because
Right?
you can
The
tell.
problems tend to
Because you
repeat.
can sense people's energy, like when they're
John is
talking
good
to
at
them.
that. John is really good.
You can sense their
Yeah.
their vibe and stuff like
You
that.
can get it super quick, right? I
Yeah,
already have that skill.
man.
It's like, oh, this guy's gonna. It's funny because like sometimes is John's first day, and we know if John already can tell if the person what problems the person's gonna have, right?
Yeah.
With the
It's
first
probably
day,
a
with
good
the first few
skill.
hours. It's a good skill for sure.
That's
'Cause
funny.
The first few hours, you're already gonna know if they're
Like,
gonna be.
ooh, okay, this is a good worker.
Yeah.
Strives to be the best.
All right, John. Awesome. So, I guess we're done. We went over like a super quick overview of questions we asked them.
Awesome.
What you look forward to having on new people,
Yeah.
right? Which is you want them to ask questions because that tells a lot about the person.
Yeah.
And obviously, you don't want anybody sleeping on a van. That's for sure.
Definitely not.
We've gone through many different situations, right?
Yeah.
Many different cases, but that's business. That's the price.
Yeah,
we
you
pay,
meet a
right?
lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great people. There's a lot of some different ones as well, right? Some unique.
It has to balance out, I
unique
guess.
Personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We learn from those. Yeah.
definitely.
But thanks so much, Gian.
No problem.
Just
I
keep-
love these videos.
I
They're
know,
awesome. They're
yeah.
great. They grow,
Gotta
learn.
subscribe. All right. Done.